through these doors lies the most extensive, the most eye-opening, and the most incredible golf club experience ever. So sometimes in life we are lucky enough to have very much pinch me moments. I think it's fair to say as a golfer that's exactly what this video is going to be. You see, yesterday we flew into Phoenix, Arizona, and now we are at the gorgeous Scottsdale National Golf Club.
Welcome to Scottsdale National. Robinson and Dennis. We're YouTube guys.
This is the home of PXG, and it's fair to say that this is an experience I'd say money can't buy, but then I think it probably can. You just need a lot of it. So let me explain exactly just what we are doing here, and I'll start doing that by showing you exactly what we've done so far and where we've been, because we're one day in and it's pretty incredible. Yes, that's right. As you can imagine, we are kicking things off with food because that was a big part of this trip. When in Rome or when in the United States, do as they do. As you can see, these were stunning rooms, stunning villas, and we had some nice little gifts for us waiting as well. So the bag goes down. Let's have a look and see exactly what is in the special personalised gift box. Because to be honest, I really enjoyed every fine detail of this trip. So that's Bob Parsons' book, Firing the Hole. I have been reading that since, and I found it really insightful actually. We've got a lovely Scottsdale National hat and a matching t-shirt, which me or Chris haven't taken off since. He got a lovely purple number actually, and that is the most comfortable thing in the world. This was the most eye-opening thing, automatic blinds, and then we needed lots of coffee due to the time difference. We went for a look round the Bad Little 9 course. Look how ridiculous this place looks. So we got to play this a couple of times, both in the daytime and the evening, and it's fair to say it does not disappoint. Just look at this. It looks like something from The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings. It's spectacular. Chris, it's a lovely morning, but I can't help but think we're lost.
We're built for fitness.
Built for speed.
Built for speed.
Yes, that was a little 4 AM walk around Scottsdale National. As you'll see, time difference played a huge part in our trip, unfortunately, but as you can see, Scottsdale National Clubhouse was spectacular, and breakfast, yeah, oh yeah. And as you can see, quite an eye-opening experience already. And all we've really done is eat some food and have a look round. So the context of this video, later on we're going for a full bag fitting here at PXG, some of which I can't even tell you about just yet because it's embargoed for later on in the year. But whatever we can show you, we'll show you in this video, and there will be full fitting videos to come. We're also taking on quite a few of the different golf courses here, including the Bad Little 9 golf course, and of course the Mineshaft golf course with, yes, that bunker. Oh, one thing I really enjoyed is Mr. Bob Parsons' take on the whole place, and if you are a member and you have something you'd like to suggest, yeah, good luck with that. As mentioned, we did get to take on the Bad Little 9, and this was a huge highlight of mine. We went out early morning, and again, as you can see, that's, I'm counting this, I'm counting it, I don't care what anyone says, that counts. Now, one of the big issues you could say we're going to have on this trip is the weather. You see, I watched Peter Finch's video when he came here, and he had terrible weather. It snowed, it was freezing, it was cold. Yeah, it's July now, and we don't generally have that. We have, okay, it's 45 degrees. That might prove to be a problem. However, here in the desert, you don't get the humidity, so apparently it's not going to feel too bad, and we shouldn't get overly sweaty. You all right? We're not going to burn that off.
I mean, I'll lather the bits on. We'll get some off with water.
Yeah, anyway, these are what we have outside the lodges, and as you can see, we have a lovely big old putting green, and there's quite a few of these throughout the different lodges as well. So lots of people are here this week to have a look at the new products and things like that. The lodge we're in is the Jasmine Lodge, and one of the big things I'm really impressed with is the door. Like, I've not actually brought the key, I've locked myself out, but that, I mean, first impressions go a long way in the world, don't they? And I imagine to have this front door in your house at home would cost a lot more than, Chris? A lot more than what I could probably afford. A very important factor, I think, this week is going to be this. And then another one. We don't want. Now, you see, I've been lucky enough to have quite a lot of different club fittings all around the world, but we did catch up with the guys at PXG this morning over breakfast, and they told us we're going to experience something nobody has ever experienced before. So usually when someone says that, you think, oh, well, yeah, maybe, maybe not. When it's PXG, you think, this could be very interesting, and I'm so glad that I get to share it with you guys. So make sure you subscribe if you want to see more. This is going to be the vlog of the whole trip, but I'm going to have lots of different videos coming out sporadically over the next few weeks and months with the new products being featured. Also a big fan of that. Nice, isn't it? What do you think to the gym this morning?
We've been in the gym, we looked at the gym. The gym looked fantastic.
I kind of your hamstring went just walking in.
Just the sight of a gym put me off, to be honest.
And you see, one of the biggest thoughts I've had so far whilst being here, and as you all know, it's been quite an emotional time for me recently, is that the first thing I wanted to do was FaceTime my dad and show him all of this. He would have loved this. He would have really, really, well, loved it. And that's why I'm going to embrace it and try and take the most of it in that I possibly can. I know he's watching somewhere. I've done very well not to get bit in here, and there's something making a bit of a noise, so I'm going to get out of here quick. And as you can imagine, the big premise surrounding this trip was the club fitting for the new product. Now, I can't talk about that too much in this video. What I will say is the club fitting system is unbelievable. The whole process is amazing. Went through an iron fitting, went through a wedge fitting. I'm pretty sure I can't tell you much more than that, but Jason was a fantastic fitter as well, and the facilities were second to none. So it really, really was a fantastic fitting. Those videos are coming very soon. Oh, stop it. Watch this come back. Ah! And yeah, some clubs we can't tell you about yet, some we can. This was a real highlight. So guys, we're halfway through the fitting with Jason. Jason, thanks so much for your time.
Absolutely.
Really, really enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
I can't show you too much in the vlog because it is under embargo and things, for good reason. Without spoiling it, Jason, and without probably getting yourself the sack, talk to us a little bit about the new stuff.
Right, so, you know, PXG prides itself on forgiveness, maximizing ball speed, which is exactly what we found in our new we also are coming out with which is very gamer friendly.
Are we allowed to say that? I might have to beep that.
You know what?
Probably
maybe,
beep that.
maybe not then.
I will beep that so you can keep your job. But it's been an amazing experience so far, and it's been a stripe show as well, so you can tell that I'm happy.
Very happy. I'm happy too.
Good.
Made it much easier.
I might even get you a beer later. How's that?
I'll take you up on that offer.
I think
100%.
it's all included anyway. So. Now, if you watch my channel, you will know that I am very, very lucky to work with some of my best friends in the world. So Chris also had a full fit in. He had driver, wood, irons, wedges, putter, the full PXG experience. This was really, really fun to watch. I've already been fitted for the Black Ops wood, so I didn't need to go through it again. But it was Chris's first ever driver fit in. It's fair to say it went pretty well.
Tour head.
Okay.
Different shape. You're going to get a little more traditional pear shape.
Yeah.
Not as deep as the original Black Ops. So center of gravity really move forward. Should lower the spin. The tour head is flatter by design, so it's anti-left. I'm happy with that.
Because that's interesting. So a lot of people think you have to be down in the 2000s, but that's pretty much in range, isn't it? I'm not losing.
Yeah.
I'm not losing that much.
I think there's a slight misconception in the driver fitting, right? I mean, if your angle of attack is down, it's physically impossible for me to get you to 2200 spin.
After the fittings, we headed to Scottsdale National Pro Shop. Now, I've spent the majority of my life in pro shops, both working behind the counter and speaking to pros, and this was spectacular, full of PXG's latest ranges of putters, clothing, head covers, everything else, lots of Scottsdale National memorabilia. I had a sweet spot for this. If you've watched my videos recently, you may see something happened with the Hercules putter, and isn't it amazing how life works, because this very visor was the last thing that I bought my dad. After this, we went to dinner, and the food was, as you can imagine, rather ridiculous. A red wine, that was a lovely Pinot Noir, and I had far too much of it, to be honest, but it was gorgeous. The starters were fantastic. I had a wonderful steak with chips, with lots and lots of ketchup, as you can see, and we had a celebrity there.
We're thinking for dessert, Matt.
I tried to get the Macallan 25 once.
I'm sure we can.
I know they said.
I'm sure we can.
And for you, sir?
Oh, let me think about that. Go ahead, guys. I'll come back to me.
So after a spectacular dinner and far too much red wine, we jumped on a cart back to the villas. We would have walked, but it was still like a million degrees. And it's nice to see.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Short Game?
The following morning we headed out to our Mercedes transfers to go to somewhere rather special. This was very comfortable.
It's alright, isn't it? Take this.
Now you see, this for me was the part of the trip that nobody really gets to see. We were going to go to PXG headquarters, so we were leaving Scottsdale National for the morning. And yeah, the big thing to do is don't give me a comfort seat in a transfer, because I basically played with this the entire way there. But as soon as we did get to PXG headquarters, it was a really, really eye-opening experience. We got to look at some of the in-depth technology that goes into some of the new latest and greatest products, and they had some really cool bikes there as well, which I spent far too long looking at. But as you can see, lots of very interesting tests.
If the ball's being fired too fast, it doesn't count.
Need to be a large, but in America it's a medium.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna guess that this is definitely a good size for you. So, no returns or exchanges.
Oh, have you got the same colour as me?
Look at you taking this.
I did it first.
We're going to be alright to you. Have you got comfort as well?
Of course I am. This figure.
And yes, Chris Dennis is supposed to be a short game and putting expert, but I think he enjoyed the clothing a little bit too much. The putting was quite cool as well, in total fairness.
If you zoom that in close enough, you can probably...
Yeah. That's incredible. So after an amazing look round PXG HQ, it was back to Scottsdale National for a little bit of work and, you guessed it, lunch. The food was incredible. We then got to go and hit some golf balls and have a little bit of a loose, and it was really, really enjoyable experience. I love hitting golf balls.
It's an absolute machine.
I will never ever tire of a really good range, as you can see. Followed by more food. This was honestly. So guys, we're just sat waiting to interview Mr. Bob Parsons, and through those doors there. And me and Chris feel like we're sat waiting for detention, don't we, Chris? We do. So I've got my questions here, so make sure you stay tuned throughout the video and we'll feed them in. Pleased to meet you.
Well, how's James today?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Just dandy.
It's an incredible place you've got, I must say. I think it went well, I don't know. Right, we are now off to the range to get some new clubs. Oh, Chris is driving apparently. Chris,
I've seen you driving.
we're going to the range, we're doing some unboxings, and then we're playing the Bad Little 9 lit up in the evening. This vlog just keeps getting better and better. That will be a full video as well coming very soon. Or it might even be on, I'm not too sure yet. What are your thoughts on this place?
I'm sweating already and I've been outside for 2 seconds. But this place is fantastic.
I think this is probably the best place we've been. We've been very, insanely lucky with where we've managed to get to. Basically, we've got where water hasn't.
Correct.
In the world of golf. Cedar Lodge is up there. I think this is even better.
I think so. I think this is the best place and the best golf course
Yeah.
you pretty much can get.
So let's get onto the range, let's unbox these clubs, let's have a little bit of a warm-up, not really need one. Should we get a beer? Modelo. Straight onto the grass, no questions asked.
Right now.
Knock all these buckets over and get the clubs.
Oh, Will's here. He's been on here for 3 hours, Will.
Will loves it, doesn't he? Will loves it, right.
Boys.
Chris Dennis, here we go, and James Robinson.
Oh,
There we are. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this.
now we're talking.
There's lots of different boxes as well. Look how many boxes there are here. Right, do you want to go first or shall I?
I'll let you do the honours, my friend.
First things first.
Ooh.
Look at that. That is gorgeous, isn't it?
Right, what are we filling it with, James?
Well,
Right, which one first? Big box, little box, cardboard
well,
box?
I only had an iron and a wedge fitting, so I don't know why there's a big box.
Ooh, controversial.
We'll open that last.
Oh, straight.
We've got. Oh, Leela.
Never did that truck.
Oh, so this is the funny one because we
saw this in the shop.
saw this in the shop. Yeah, that's unbelievable. And it's fitted to the same specs as the putter fitting. How good is that? I'm absolutely buzzing.
Top end of the bag.
I'm buzzing.
Where'd you
with
put your
that.
putter?
There.
Well, I was just testing.
Where would you put it there?
No, comment
I was
below.
going to say that'd
Where'd you
be.
put your putter?
Here we go. Now we're talking, Chris, and these have been a really enjoyable process, haven't they?
Oh.
This was like a little bonus extra thing,
This
wasn't
was
it?
a bonus extra. This is not, we haven't got an actual video of this fitting, but a fantastic looking club right there. Right, let's have a look then. So 2 fairway woods in here, first fairway wood
This
up,
was mega interesting as well.
which you will have seen in the fitting. So again, have gone 7 wood.
Yeah.
The elusive, very popular at the minute, 7 woods, but we have got this actually lofted down, so not the 21 degrees that is on there, so we have got this at 19.5 degrees, all the weight pushed forward to try and get that ball flight down. So I will hit one of these, so I know James wants to hit the driving iron.
It's a masterclass.
And then what we do have is, you'll have seen if you do watch the channel, guys, I've had a 5 wood and a 7 wood in the bag, and we didn't again have the fitting of this, but set again a little bit lower than the standard 18 degrees, weights pushed forward to just optimize that distance and have it in a good place in the bag. But I do have to say,
Looks so good there.
does look fantastic, but we're not going to go with that one. We're going to get to
The big dog.
the one everybody wants to see.
Your first ever fitted driver.
First ever fitted driver, so now I've got no excuse when James maybe hits it past me.
You asked me for a tee and I haven't got one.
I'm going to ask for a tee and we can't find a tee. Of course, chaos to you, haven't I? Right, so again, not the tall head, so a little bit of a bigger profile head. If you have seen the fitting, that is on the channel, so a bigger profile head, 10.5 degrees, and shaft wise, it's not an extra stiff, which we did start in. I have gone for a stiff shaft in here, so again, a little bit lighter, not as strong, for a penetrating ball flight, just like that.
Just got past that 250, that's good.
Only just, maybe.
You got enough boxes?
I know. I'll leave that in. What else is it?
Right, so the unboxing is done. We've been back and got changed because it was a bit warm, mate, wasn't it?
It was a bit toasty.
Now we have a little gathering, which I believe includes, well, there's Matt there, Mr. Short Game. You always hear before you can see, Matt, don't you? But also, it includes a couple of alcoholic beverages, which, I mean, it's not like us to partake in this.
No.
Really, we're not that kind of.
Not with these figures.
No. We are on hole 5, Christopher.
Oh, we're playing a 2-ball. That's
Yeah.
romantic, isn't it?
Very nice.
Will's not made the cut.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Short Game? Oh, sorry, must be wrong person, sorry.
And for you?
Is there any Modelo's?
Yes, I have only 2 left.
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. Can
Both of them?
we have the 2, please?
Absolutely. Those are the last ones, you lucky guy.
Oh, thank you very much. Said it quietly. no
Rather
one
lucky than handsome, eh?
Cheers,
Well,
guys.
that's it. You better believe it.
What'd you like?
Right, so we got the beers, but I've actually forgot my miles set. I forgot the rangefinder, it's in the room. So before we tee off, I'm rushing back. And this is going to be cool because the Bad Little 9 looks cool anyway, but we're playing it in the dark. So we're going to tee off like about 20 minutes time, I think. I've also got to find the hole wrong because it's shotgun. But you want a rangefinder, don't you? You don't want to not be knowing how far it goes. And then we're going to play it tomorrow in the day as well, so we'll see if we can do better in the night and at day. But the funny thing is, it doesn't have floodlights either. So we used literally the lights on the buggies, which, I mean, health and safety wise, I don't think that would ever be able to happen in the UK, but when in Rome or America, do what you want. Aha. Perfect. Nobody's ever broken par the first time they played this course. Ever. Right, guys, we are kicking things off on the Bad Little 9. We are on hole number, check that out for a flag location. Guys, this is going to get mega interesting. And that's the flag position for the next hole. What do you want to do? Do you have a bit of a match play or?
Ah!
I feel like we could get eaten.
It is getting like that, isn't it?
I've played night golf before. Never like. I tell you what, the light from the phone helps.
Oh, no.
I cannot see.
See that lightning up there then?
No, really.
Oh,
Oh!
Stephen.
Oh! That's coming this way, isn't it?
It is. So we will be collecting our balls.
Oh, we'll play one more.
I'm going for a shower.
We'll play one
I'm
more.
going to wash me.
Right, night golf done. I think it's barbecue time, Chris.
Maybe.
It's still about 1,000,000 degrees as well. Come on. Oh, you've got to. You've got to. Go on! Woo! Get in! Right, fresh off hole-in-one number 7.
Doesn't count, otherwise I've got one. That's what you said. Your own rules.
And we're now off for breakfast via the range. No, yours was 47 yards. That was 90.
54 yards.
90
Still
yards.
over 100, isn't
Always counts.
it? Not really, so that
I've
doesn't
counted.
count.
You're a miserable
I've
sort.
got one then.
Congratulations on your hole-in-one.
Thank you very much. I was in the Charlotte Observer actually.
So guys, we're playing golf today with the new clubs and we're playing with the fitter Jason. The fitter Jason, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
So
Let's get
Jason,
it.
you're going to grade us after the round today.
All right. Easy.
It's going to be poor, average or excellent. Yeah?
Easy.
Oh, he even hits it like John Rahm. Could be in that. Alright, so it is 8 o'clock. But what time is it at home, Christopher?
Oh, it's 4 o'clock at home, isn't it?
And it's Thursday. What are we normally doing Thursday?
Thursday club.
So we're in.
I'm normally in the club. Working men's. A bit different than the working.
Finished on the allotment. Oh, aircon's on as well.
Yeah. How about it?
Ooh. Oh, it's a masterclass. I've got an idea for you. Hear me out, hear me out. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Boom. Middle of the first, have that. But then I must say, if you did have a suggestion for this place, you're a more intelligent person than I am, because I couldn't suggest anything. I think it's absolutely spectacular, and really that probably doesn't surprise you from looking at this video. It was a fantastic golf course, as you can imagine. Lots of tips of the hat to Mr. Parsons' time in the military. As you can see, Hercules was working very, very nice as well. The par 3s were spectacular. I love a good par 3, and the new irons were working really, really nice as well, and much more to come on those. We then went to the mine shaft hole. This is how that went. Oh, be good. And it's fair to say that Chris's first ever fitted driver was working rather well, because he drove a 340 yard par 4. I think. Chris, it's 45 degrees.
Oh, I know, but the mist's out.
We do have mist, you're right. And just like that, our time at Scottsdale National came to an end. Guys, I'd like to thank everyone at PXG for hosting both me and Chris. It was a spectacular experience to share with one of your best friends, and I actually shot a really good score around the bad little 9. So that full video is coming very soon. I'm going to leave you with a few wise words from Mr. Parsons himself. I'm a huge fan of the PXG for Heroes. I think that's amazing what you're doing. Supporting, obviously, heroes with golf equipment, but also golf experiences and things like that. What would you say to anybody who's maybe struggling mentally or physically that hasn't yet tried golf as something to help them get through?
Well, you know, I think if they try it and they're willing to invest the time, it will help them. It will help them get it together.
Yeah.
And it will take them outside of themselves and help heal them.
Yeah.
And it is, it'll bring them home.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
I think it went well.